Call to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have just returned from closed session where we discussed public employee appointment, discipline dismissal. We had talked about conference with labor negotiators for NUMA, conference with labor negotiators for CSEA, and conference with legal counsel regarding anticipated litigation and discussed the expulsion. So I would ask for an approval of the agenda. Superintendent, I understand you would like to pull something?
Yes, I would like to pull item 14.8 from the agenda.
14.8 pulled.
Okay, I would entertain a motion.
Okay. With that, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agenda, pulling item 14.8.
I'll second that. Okay.
I'll have to do by hand. I'm not ready. Can we do it by hand?
Okay, please vote.
Okay.
3 ayes.
Thank
you. Next, we move on to the school spotlight for Snow School. Ms. Salinas.
Yes, it is my honor to introduce our principal, Ms. Cheryl Osley, principal of Snow Elementary, sharing all the wonderful things happening at Snow. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for that warm welcome. Good evening, Board President Thomas, board members, Superintendent Sanchez, Executive Cabinet. My name is Cheryl Owsley, and I am the proud principal at H.A. Snow Elementary School. Thank you for this opportunity to spotlight Snow. Let me share with you the Snow family. Our Snow Mission and Bill of Rights at H.A. Snow Elementary School, we prepare our students for a successful life by providing a world-class education that supports all children with a thought-provoking, academically rigorous education within a safe, compassionate, and tolerant school. At Snow School, we have a Bill of Rights for students. Students have the right to learn in a safe, compassionate environment, safe, compassionate, tolerant school with people who collaborate, have high expectations, and advocate for their well-being, both socially and academically, because we believe that all children deserve a robust, thought-provoking, rigorous education. Students are encouraged and have the right to be active class members in making decisions and problem solving, so they become compassionate leaders who understand societal expectations and serve as stewards of the world. Who we are. We have 345 diverse students, 23.14% English language learners, 48.29% socioeconomically disadvantaged, 56.66%, 86% Hispanic, 16.57% Asian, 10.86% white, 7.71% identify with 2 or more, 2.86% African American, 2.57% Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. We are a Title I school. We have 15 classrooms, 2 kindergarten, 2 first grade, 2 second grade, 2 third grade, 1 fourth grade, 1 fourth fifth combo, 1 fifth grade, 2 sixth grade, 1 SDC, first through third, 1 SDC, 4th through 6th. We have science, PE, and EL intervention. We are a PBIS school, and our stakeholder groups are the PTA, ELAC, and SSC. Now this next slide I also could not allow this opportunity to go by without also mentioning that we are the 2018 flag football champions.
All right.
Congratulations to Coach Gallup and Coach Norman and the flag football team. Go Snow! We are the Blizzard Bears, and we have Blizzard Bear pride. Here are a few of our committees. And I have an asterisk by one that's the Student Facilities Planning Team, and I will give you more information about that one on the next slide. So we have student leadership teams, we have PBIS, Principals Cabinet, Assessment Curriculum Council, PTA reps, Spelling Bee, Variety Show, Field Day, STEAM Week, SSC reps, and Volunteer Appreciation. Now this next slide. One day during recess, I noticed a few of our students, our sixth grade students, hanging around and looking at this area between wings 2 and 3. I asked them what they would like to see in this area. They came up with a lot of ideas: quiet space for reading, board games, seating area for lunch. They worked together and designed a layout, and they are now our student facilities planning team. And some of them will be attending the elementary stakeholders planning meeting on Thursday. Some of our accomplishments. I won't name all of them. We've had back to school night, principals read alouds to reinforce PBIS expectations. We've had a Latina read aloud. We've had PBIS Games Day. We participated in the Newark Days Parade, Readathon, Friday announcements. They are exciting. We have Song of the Day. Students are allowed to choose a song. I do review the lyrics before it's played over the intercom. And then we have an amazing sports report on Fridays. There is a student who writes all of the sports reports, and then they give a report every Friday over the intercom. Attendance Halloween Parade, PTA Fall Festival. We have more. PBIS team, Special Olympics. We've had a water assembly, pizza with the principal, English Language Advisory Council, coffee with the principal. We've had the snow flag football team again, Aloni Tutoring, West Coast Literacy, Blooms, report cards, parent newsletter. Now, while you may think our accomplishments are many, we are planning bigger and better accomplishments through the PLC process. School attendance matters. Attend today, achieve tomorrow. On this next slide, the 2018-19 Chronic Absenteeism Analysis Report, close to 14% of our students were chronically absent in the beginning of the school year. As of 11/14/18, 8.72% of our students were identified as chronic. Our family is working together to address attendance school-wide. Some of our attendance goals are to create a grade level race each month and post the information in the office and in the cafeteria, recognize classes with attendance at 98% or above during Friday announcements, post weekly attendance reports, communicate attendance goals to parents through newsletters, blooms, and also display it on the marquee. PBIS. In order to strengthen and grow our family, we will focus on increasing academic rigor and creating positive members of society using the tenets of PBIS. So, we are in year 3 of implementation. We earned a 2018 California PBIS Coalition Silver Award. Blizzard Bear Awards are given for exhibiting the 3 expectations: be safe, be respectful, be responsible. Golden Blizzard Bears are awarded to classrooms for exhibiting expectations. We have a PBIS store. Students redeem their Blizzard Bear Awards at our PBIS store, which is open every other Friday. We have a dedicated group of moms who volunteer their time to run our PBIS store. And classes who receive our Golden Blizzard Bears are rewarded with an extra recess at the end of the month. Smarter Balance Performance Summary, multi-year comparison. Our 2016-17 scores show that 38% of our students are meeting the standard, whereas 62% were not meeting the standard. And for 2017-18, a total of 330 students were tested. Again, 37% were meeting standards, and 63% were not. The next slide is ELA. Again, in 2016-17, 42% were meeting standard, whereas 58% were not. In 2017-18, 43% were meeting the standard, and 57% were not meeting the standard. Our math and ELA goals are to continue to increase integration of technology use in mathematics through the use of iReady, iPad, math games, Big Ideas Math, online performance task practice, Khan Academy, and other supplemental materials. Continue to integrate number talks and problem of the month. Continue to implement Common Core State Standards in math and ELA. Continue implementation of Lucy Calkins reading and writing units. Continue to support students in reading comprehension instruction through the use of graphics, literature, and other supplemental materials. Our EL intervention teacher will continue to implement EL standards and collaborate with teachers to design lessons to support ELD, and continue to collaborate as a professional learning community. STEAM. So our sixth graders are continuing to engage in a project-based learning activity in which they explore functioning gardens in other schools to see how gardens are being used across content areas. Their goal is to learn how gardens impact or benefit our school and community. They also have the opportunity to choose the types of projects they would like to bring to our school garden. We also received a grant from the Optimist Club to support our PBL garden project. Our kindergartners, they engaged in a STEAM challenge. The essential questions were, can you build an alphabet tree? How many letters does it hold? They read the story, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and then they had to discuss and collaborate with their partner on how to build a tree that could hold more than one letter. Finally, they had to draw a picture of a Chicka Chicka Boom Boom tree with the letters climbing up or falling down. Some of our important dates are December 6th, District Facilities Planning Meeting at Schilling from 3 to 5. December 7th, PTA Parents Night or Movie Night. December 19th, we have our ELAC meeting at 8 a.m. in the Staff Lounge and SSC meeting at 3 p.m. in the library. The Snow family is working together collaboratively to promote positive outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to point out that at the back of the room, we have the bulletin board with all of the work of your hardworking students. So everyone might want to take a look at that. And would you like to acknowledge any of your staff or parents that are in the room?
I don't see them.
Well, thank you very much. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your presentation.
Thank you.
Next, we move on to one of the important events that happen every 2 years, and that is the swearing in of new board members. So, Superintendent, would you like to direct how the three of us that are getting sworn in will be?
Certainly. Thank you, President Thomas, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I'd like Member Preciado and Mr. Bucci, Mike Bucci, please step forward, and we're going to meet down here, and I'll explain what we're going to do. So I think what we'll do is one at a time, but as, let's say whoever was first, that person will stand, the person will stand, and the next person, and we'll go up with everyone at the end. Instead of trying to beat over each other and do all that. So whoever wants to go first, who wants to go first? I'm afraid to go first. All right, you go first. So let's have Lucia Gutierrez, please step forward. And Alyssa Martinez, please step forward too. But Alyssa, you'll be first to be sworn in, and then second will be Lucia, and then I will have Nancy go last. Come on back down to Nancy. So you're first. Watch you stand on that side by the dais so we get pictures of the people over here, family. We have someone from Blair that's going to take pictures for the district, but you guys go first.
Yeah, thank you.
And Lucia, you're next. Come on up here. We're last. Here's your buddy. Here's your buddy.
Oh, okay. Is it right? Is it right hand? There we go. There we go.
That's why you have me here.
Thank you.
I, Elisa Martinez,
I, Elisa Martinez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I am to enter.
All right.
I, Lucia Gutierrez,
I, Lucia Gutierrez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter. Thank you.
Take a photo real quick, give us some of the chest and photo. All right. We got some photos. Please raise your right hand. For the office of board member, I state your name.
I, Nancy Thomas,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations. All right, I'd like to get everybody up here for one big group photo, please. All right. Congratulations. Francisco, you need to stay up here because we're going to do the next agenda item right now. 8.2, you want to follow it.
Francisco, Frankie, we are very appreciative of all of your work as a member of this board, and we are happy to present you with this plaque for outstanding service and dedication to the Newark Unified School District Board of Education. Congratulations. And let's get a photo with you holding the plaque.
Photo.
Prom style. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
How about with your familia? You want to bring your family up?
No, someone else. And we also want to recognize, go ahead, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'd also like to recognize Tom Wynn for his years of service as a board member. He couldn't be with us this evening, but we will make sure that he gets the plaque.
I want to have something in the Look at all that hair.
Get a picture of someone?
Thank you.
One more.
One more? Okay.
All right.
You know the reception. Yeah.
Gracias.
Okay.
Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to announce that, Pat, reception? Since you're in?
So we're gonna pause and take a 10-minute reception in the training room. So everybody's welcome to join us. So we're going to take a 10-minute reception.